What's up, family? Trail here, and Social Security is in big trouble, and they don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to panic. The government might not be able to make those Social Security payments as 66 million Americans are expected to receive. And also, that additional monthly $200 is probably not going to happen. But President Biden is being summoned to get Social Security reform done before he leaves office. Now, in other news, we have a few breaking news stories that I want to mention to you as well. But first, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Also, if you could, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Starting off with some very devastating news. We talked about it previously about that earthquake that happened in Turkey. And now, as of today, the death toll has reached over 5,000 people. Yes, guys, this is just a huge tragedy. They ended up having a 7.8 magnitude earthquake. And guys, these numbers are probably going to be going up even more. Yes, it says right here that more than 5,000 people are dead after the 7.8 magnitude earthquake rocked southeastern Turkey and some of the northwestern areas like Syria on Monday. But yes, thousands of buildings were toppled on both sides of the border, and the death toll was expected to rise as rescue workers continued to search for survivors in the massive piles of rubble. So anyways, guys, like I said, we definitely want to keep those in our prayers during this particular time. It's definitely devastating to anyone that has to go through this and to die like this, guys, where buildings are pretty much just crumbling down into pieces. As you can see right here on the screen, the rubble, guys, it's just tragedy, guys. So definitely keep those and their families in your prayers during the meantime. And also something that happened locally, domestically, there was an actual 3.8 magnitude earthquake in New York, Buffalo to be exact, some of the suburbs. Yes, guys, one particular person said that it felt like a car hit my house. Yes, guys, this particular individual was in Buffalo, New York, and this earthquake, which is very shocking because you really don't see them in the northeastern areas. So anyways, guys, it does say that the quake struck about 2 kilometers east-northeast of West Seneca at 6:15 a.m. yesterday, according to the preliminary data. It says that there were no immediate reports of damage, according to the governor, Kathy Hochul, and she put out a statement and said that, look, my team is in touch with local officials and we will provide any support needed. So anyways, guys, we were glad to see that nothing really tragic happened in New York. So we'll definitely be peripheral of that as well, guys. So anyways, moving on, guys. Hey, we talked about it over the weekend where this Chinese balloon, a huge white balloon that was pretty much soaring all over the United States. Well, the United States decided to act on it. An F-22 safely shot down the Chinese spy balloon, and this happened off the coast of South Carolina. Now, this information is according to the U.S. Air Force fighter. Safety was shot down, Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon on Sunday, and this is good information. And now it looks like the Navy is actually putting out divers in the coast of South Carolina, and they're trying to recover some of the debris from the spy balloon from China. And yes, guys, they only have a little bit of time because some of that debris is pretty much going to sink in the ocean. So they immediately went to this particular area and trying to recover some of the debris because they want to go ahead and analyze to see exactly what was on this balloon and figure out what type of intelligence it tells us and whether or not the United States needs to act on it. So anyways, guys, hopefully it is not anything tragic. Hopefully they were not spying on us, but according to officials, they're saying that it is a spy balloon. But according to China, they're still denying it, saying that, look, China denies using suspected spy balloon over the U.S. for spying, as Canada reports another incident as well. So again, like I said, with them pretty much getting the debris from the ocean, they're going to analyze this and figure out exactly what China was doing. So hopefully we will get more information on that. Hopefully the United States actually tells us something. We know that We know that the Biden administration pretty much tries to keep things from the American people for one reason, because they don't want the American people to panic about this information. They don't want us to think that we are pretty much going to war with China. Hopefully we are not. We don't want that type of drama. But anyways, guys, that balloon has been shot down, and we'll just have to see how the reports come once they analyze all of this data. Now, moving on, guys, we do have some very tragic news in regard to our Social Security recipients. Yes, guys, your Social Security check is at risk if the United States is unable to raise the debt ceiling limit. Yes, guys, it says right here that Social Security has made headlines as potential bargaining chip in negotiations over raising the debt ceiling, but the real risk to the program and its roughly 66 million beneficiaries lies in a possible breakdown of those discussions and a U.S. default. This could potentially happen, guys, which could cause 66 million people not to receive their monthly benefits. Yes, President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are set to meet on Wednesday to discuss raising the debt ceiling, the statutory limit on what the government is allowed to borrow to fund its operations. The government hit the ceiling of around $31.4 trillion on January the 19th. And since then has taken what Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has called extraordinary measures to keep the government afloat. Within a matter of months, these stopgap accounting moves will no longer be effective to stave off an unprecedented default from the government. Congress must act before the U.S. runs out of borrowing capacity, which could happen as early as June of this year. So again, like I said, your Social Security check is at risk, guys, if they are unable to raise this debt ceiling, because we just keep spending and spending and spending money. $31.4 trillion we are sitting at right now, and probably going to be even more by the time we get to the month of June. But anyways, guys, like I said, Social Security, as well as benefits, as well as beneficiaries, as well as all of those involved with Social Security are at risk. This is going to be tragic, guys, if the United States fails the American people, which we know from the past, the United States has failed the American people on multiple different avenues. And here we are with just another one. When will we ever learn? Can we trust the government? Guys, I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, we need to get the Social Security reform, and we need to get things fixed. But also, we need to get this debt ceiling raised first off before anything else. Now, the good news is that previously we had discussions around the GOP wanting to make cuts towards Medicare and Social Security. But ever since Joe Biden and McCarthy had met, Kevin McCarthy said, look, we don't want to touch Social Security. We want to leave it as it is. We actually want to make it a little better. So we definitely want to take the cuts off the table towards these particular programs. We do want to actually improve them. Now, the biggest question is, are they just trying to fool us just to get what they want in return, such as tax cuts for wealthy individuals? But we still don't know as of yet. But the good news is that they have flipped their mind, and it looks like they don't want to make those cuts towards Medicare and Social Security. We also saw where the former president, Donald Trump, he also told Kevin McCarthy, as well as the other Republicans and lawmakers, that they should stay away from cutting Medicare and Social Security. So potentially their leader from the past, as well as right now, he is saying, look, don't touch it. Do not touch it. Don't come any close to it at all. So that is also some promising news. And it does look like they don't want to touch it. But like I said, guys, the real issue that we are facing right now for our Social Security recipients is that the payments, the benefits are at a huge risk if the U.S. fails to raise the debt ceiling, which I will say the Republicans are trying to hold it hostage. They want the actual country to default, and then they want to go ahead and increase the debt ceiling. They want this to happen under President Biden's watch. Hopefully that does not happen, because it could cause a lapse in regards to those individuals that receive Social Security checks every single month. And then also, guys, we previously talked about it a couple of months ago where lawmakers on Capitol Hill were trying to issue an additional $200 in monthly benefits for our Social Security recipients. And guys, we have the information right now, guys. Nope. that's not going to happen. It says no Social Security recipients aren't getting an extra $200 per month. The Social Security Expansion Act included a $200 monthly increase to benefits, but it didn't pass in 2022 and hasn't been reintroduced in the House or the Senate. But in the recent weeks, many verified readers have reached out to the team with questions about the potential change to Social Security benefits. Social Security provides people with an income when they retire and can't work due to a disability. Those who are retired can typically start receiving their Social Security benefits as early as the age of 62 years old. And we also saw previously where they did receive a cost of living adjustment of around 8.7% or around $140 increase per month on average due to the COLA. But could another increase in the benefits be on the way? Several readers, including Doug, asked if they can see an extra $200 per month in their Social Security checks. Well, guys, we don't have any information on it yet, but we do know that they are trying to reintroduce this Social Security Expansion Act of 2023. They are trying to reintroduce it this year. We don't necessarily know when, but the good news is that they are trying to do it once again. It didn't pass last year, but here we are, guys, trying once again. Hopefully, we can get this passed. This Social Security Expansion Act is a huge, huge benefit. It pretty much plays into the factor of around doing the Social Security reform, which is what President Biden has talked about his entire time in office, as well as on the campaign trail. And so hopefully this can get done. He did state that one of the top priorities that he wants to do before he leaves office is to have Social Security reform and to increase the benefits by $200 per month. So again, hopefully President Biden will succeed in this, but he does have a few mountains to climb before he gets there. But the good news is that it is on his top priority. And then you can see right here, guys, Social Security and Medicare advocates, they are urging the support for a petition to President Biden. You can see right here in this picture, guys, they are holding up signs that says "Save Our Social Security." Social Security Works, which is the group, a national group dedicated to protecting Social Security, is urging that everyone sign an emergency petition to President Biden before he gives his scheduled State of the Union message, which, by the way, guys, that is happening today at 8 p.m. Now, they said that with the U.S. Department of Treasury exercising extraordinary measures to pay America's bills right now because Republicans have taken routine administrative legislation called the debt limit hostage, we're hoping that President Biden will deliver a clear message tonight when Republicans hold a gun to the world economy. That's not a negotiation. And yes, guys, they are using the American people, the government, they are using this country as a hostage tactic in regards to raising the debt ceiling. But guys, I hope President Biden comes with it tonight. I hope he sends a clear message, as they are saying right here, that we will not negotiate raising the debt limit. We have to hold on to our responsibilities and make sure that we continue to pay our bills, as that is what we have signed up to do. So anyways, guys, like I said, the State of the Union is tonight. Be sure to tune in. It doesn't matter what side you're on, Republican or Democrat, but you definitely need to tune in because you need to see exactly where this country is actually going. Because even though you might not agree with it, President Biden is the current person in the administration. So anyways, guys, make sure you tune into that and be sure, like I said, be on the lookout for this information because Social Security is at risk right now. The benefits, the payments, all of those 66 million people depend on this every single month. And hopefully they can get this thing passed before the deadline. But anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But don't forget, some of the links down below offers you an opportunity to support this channel. It's totally free to you. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.